Today we are making a DIY fenugreek shampoo. The first ingredient in this shampoo is water, but not just any water. This is fenugreek infused water. I let about a spoonful of fenugreek seeds sit in 16 ounces of water for 24 hours to achieve this beautiful gold colored water. Fenugreek has lots of benefits, so I thought it would be great for this formula. The goal of this video is to share this sample formula, but also give you the tools to be able to create your own formula. So step 1 is your water, and you can infuse any herb you want in your water, or you can just use plain water. If you want it to be water-based, it will need to be 51% water. The next step is to choose your surfactants, which is the ingredient that cleans your hair and scalp and creates all the bubbles. You can use 2 surfactants, or you can choose just one depending on how strong it is or how well it works according to your liking. The first one I'm using is Decyl or Decyl. I'm not an expert on how to pronounce these, okay? Decyl glucoside. Decyl glucoside is a mild surfactant that's known for being gentle and safe for people with sensitive skin. It's also commonly used in baby shampoo. It's also a plant-derived cleanser. You can add the surfactants to the water phase of the formula and it will mix with the water you have already added to the bowl. The second surfactant I'm using is AOS 40, also known as alpha olefin sulfonate. These names, you guys, bear with me. Which has high foaming power, so if you're someone who loves bubbles, you can use this. You don't need a lot, and I'm going to show you what my sink looked like from just rinsing out this measuring cup in just a minute. It's commonly used in shampoo, body wash, hand soap, and pet care formulations. While this one is also mild, gentle, and safe, I think it's stronger than Decyl glucoside, which is the first surfactant we used. And this is what my sink looked like just from rinsing the measuring cup, which barely had any of the surfactant left in it. So as you can see, a little goes a long way with these two, and you don't need a ton for it to be effective. So the next phase is the oil phase. I made a few mistakes during this, so please pay close attention to what I say when I verbally correct my actions. I only used 2 oils in this formulation, and the first one is hemp seed oil. And by the way, guys, I was supposed to use honey in this formulation, but I forgot to add it, so I'm gonna add that in the ingredients list that you see on the side, but just know I forgot in this formulation that I have recorded for you today. Hemp seed oil can help protect your hair against harsh weather conditions. Hemp seed oil also has amino acid, which may aid in balancing your scalp through regulating the production of sebum in your body. The second oil I used was sweet almond oil. Sweet almond oil is high in vitamin A, and vitamin A helps encourage cell growth and hair growth. Sweet almond oil also contains vitamin E, which is an antioxidant that does an amazing job at nourishing your hair. Now, whenever you are mixing water and oil, you need something called an emulsifier to help the two mix. If you've ever read a product's label, you're probably familiar with BTMS or sterile alcohol or a few of the other safe alcohols. These ingredients help water and oil mix, and they also serve as thickening agents. Polysorbate 20 is an example of an emulsifier that is not a thickening agent. So if you have a product that may be thick enough on its own, or you simply don't want a super thick product, Polysorbate 20 is a great option. And this brings me to my first mistake. Here you see me mix the hemp seed oil and the sweet almond oil together and then pour it into the bowl. I should have mixed both oils with the Polysorbate 20 in one measuring cup before I transferred it over to the bowl to allow it to emulsify properly. And if you mess up, it's not the end of the world. It just takes a little longer for your product to emulsify. So just so you guys understand, because sometimes I talk really fast, instead of just taking the hemp seed oil and the sweet almond oil that I mixed together first and pouring it in the bowl, I should have mixed the hemp seed oil, the sweet almond oil, and the Polysorbate 20 in one measuring cup and then poured it into the blue bowl. Next, you see me creating this guar gum solution. Normally, you will use glycerin, but I used Polysorbate 20 because I made that mistake and I was having trouble getting the water and oil to mix. So if you're making this at home, you will pour an ounce of glycerin into a bowl and half a spoonful of either guar gum or xanthan gum. This helps make your product thicker. It sometimes takes a while for it to thicken up, so don't add too much all at once. I kept adding and mixing and waiting to see how the consistency changed, and then I kind of grew impatient. I recorded this at 9 p.m. and I was desperately in need of bedtime. Now, as you can see, I'm going to pour this pretty yellow shampoo into my bottle. You can also see how the water and oil have blended together finally. Another mistake or something I forgot to add was a preservative. I'm giving you guys guys percentages so you can make as much or as little of this as you want. So if you're only going to make about 3 ounces of shampoo and you're going to use it all in one day, you may not need a preservative. But if you're going to make 300 ounces, you definitely need a preservative. The preservative I use in all my products is sorbic acid, and it might sound a little scary, but sorbic acid is a safe and gentle preservative. If you're looking to get into DIY formulas, there are 2 websites I recommend. The first is lotioncrafter.com because it's cheaper most of the time, and the second website is makingcosmetics.com. One website might have an ingredient that the other doesn't, and these websites give you full descriptions and how to use each ingredient that they have listed. It's very beginner friendly and easy to navigate. If you're not looking to get into DIY formulas, you can check out the products I have professionally formulated and ship out to customers every week. My website is caprihaircare.com, and the link will also be in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.